Afternoon. I want to welcome you all to your Danville City Commission meeting today. It's a regularly called or regularly scheduled meeting. Today is Monday, September 8th, 2025. The time is 4:35. We've had some last minute things come up, but we're ready to start. So we're starting at 4:35 instead of 4:30. Thank you for your patience to waiting for us. We're going to open up our meeting this afternoon with a moment of silence in honor of some things that have been going on in our community. And then we're going to be led in the Pledge of Allegiance this afternoon by our state senator, Amanda Mays Bledsoe. I think she's still behind the podium over there someplace hiding, right? So if you all will bow with me for a word of silence, and then we'll move along. Thank you all. So Senator Mays Bledsoe, if you'll come forward, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag, and then take a few minutes to introduce yourself and tell our community about your position.
Yes, sir. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, I certainly appreciate you letting me stop by and spend some time with you and your staff today. I love Danville. I love Boyle County. I hope to represent you all for a number of years, if you'll let me. And if not, I'll still come shop here and hang out with you all because I love Danville. I appreciate spending some time with your staff talking about some exciting things for next year. As you know, Frankfort is still in the interim commission time, so we are meeting in Frankfort regularly, but not every day. I had the privilege of serving on a couple of important committees to Danville, including the state and local government. And so in that role, we get to work with cities and counties on how to best serve you all and how to work together to make sure we're maximizing tax dollars for the constituents that we both serve. And I love that role. We get to work with police and fire and roads and everything else. And it's a challenging time as we try to use our resources wisely, but I really enjoy working with you all directly and making sure that we're on a two-way street and working in the same direction, as we often say. 26 is going to be an interesting year. It's our budget year. So we have our road plan coming up, which is going to be pretty important. I love and hate roads, right? We love them when they work. We struggle when they don't. And regionally, this is an important hub to making sure that people move north and south and east and west through this area. So road plan is a definite important piece of next year as we're getting ready to look at that. And then, of course, the budget. I'm Vice Chair of Appropriations and Revenue. So as we put our two-year budget together, the House is kind of leading on that right now. And as a member of the Senate, we'll wait till they hand it off to us. But certainly the things on my radar, if you will, are infrastructure investments here in Danville and in Boyle County where we can help, be it wastewater, utilities, roads, those resources. If we can help offset some of the costs here and maximize those, that's what we would like to do. So that's what I'm working on your behalf. I would just mention a couple other side notes. I'm chairing this year's Artificial Intelligence Task Force for the second year, which just when you think it can't get more interesting, it does. And there are some great opportunities for AI as we serve people. I think that as long as we can protect privacy and protect the integrity of our data, then I think there are some really opportunities to do some AI improvement to making government work better, streamlined, more efficient. But it's the Wild West in many ways between education and healthcare. Government's kind of the least one to kind of jump on the AI bandwagon, and that's okay. I'd rather everybody else figure it out first before we do that. And there's some cool opportunities coming up, I think, that we might be able to share legislatively soon. So that's kind of what I've been working on, a lot more than that, but I'll keep it to this piece because I want to make sure I give you all an opportunity to share any concerns that you all have from constituents if you want to with me that I may not know about, or certainly want to make sure I'm working with you as we serve the same people.
Thank you, ma'am. You all have anything?
I just appreciate what you do for Danville and continue to try to do for Danville, and look forward to you serving another term.
Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you as well for being so present and accessible to our citizens here. So much appreciated.
Well, I've served on city council in Lexington for 8 years, so all things are local. And I was always frustrating to me when I felt like my state reps or other state reps around weren't working on the same page. And I think we all serve the same people. We've been elected to serve the same people, and they should want their government to work as best it can. So I want to be your biggest cheerleader and biggest advocate that I can be. So.
You want to answer the rumor that's been circulating through my crowd today?
Well, yeah, the mayor asked me if I wasn't going to run again, and I said, well, I was planning on it. I am not running for Congress. That was the biggest rumor in Lexington, and well-founded, but I decided my kids, I've got a senior and a freshman this year in high school, and I love what I'm doing in the Senate, and I just wasn't quite ready to leave it. So I'm going to be hopefully on the ballot in 26, and I hope to represent you all well in the future.
Well, congratulations. We have a
Thanks.
presentation we'd like to bring to you. Brought you to do some work, but also like to have fun along the work. Glad you're in our community here today. We would like, on behalf of the Danville City Commission and the mayor and the entire community, to present you with a key to the city.
That's so awesome. Sorry, thank you. I don't have a key to my own city.
Well, this is free. We don't charge for these anymore, all right? Thank you, ma'am, for your service.
And I guess I would just conclude with anybody else who's listening. My office is accessible, so if you have an issue or a concern you want to share with me that I probably don't know, I'm happy to give my cell phone out to you and give you my email. My email is pretty easy. It's amanda.maysbledsoe@kylegislature.gov, and happy to serve you all the best I can, and appreciate you very, very much for the key.
Thank you, ma'am. Commissioners, next on our agenda is to approve our agenda for tonight, and I'd like you to approve an amended agenda, and that is to remove item number 7 off of our agenda, Parks Update. It's going to be included along with number 11, the city manager's report. So it's not been taken off the agenda, but just moved to a different location.
Okay.
So the chair would entertain a motion to approve the agenda as amended.
Okay, so move as amended.
Second.
Thank you, ladies. Hearing no other comments, all those in favor of approving our amended agenda, please say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, motion carries. Thank you all. Next on the agenda is our first opportunity to hear the public. At this time in the agenda, folks can be recognized, come to the podium, identify themselves, and can speak to the commission about items that are on the agenda. There will be a second opportunity later on in our meeting to speak to us about items that are not on the agenda. So at this time, if you desire to speak to us about items on the agenda, please raise your hand. I'll recognize you, and then we'll get you to the podium. Hearing and seeing none, so thank you all. Thank you again for your attendance tonight. Next item is the approval of the minutes of the previous meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting of 8/25/25.
Thank you, ma'am.
Second.
Thank you, ma'am. They're gonna get good workout tonight, aren't they? Any additions or corrections to our minutes? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, motion carries. Thank you all. Next, we have a retirement recognition, and Chief McGurty, you want to come up and do the presentation for us tonight? Is this your first one?
Unfortunately, this is my second one
Second
in
one,
a
okay,
number of
all right.
weeks here. So, but today it is an honor and a privilege to come together and honor a man who's dedicated more than a quarter of a century to protecting, serving, and leading the city of Danville Fire Department. Deputy Chief Mulholland, you mind joining me? Thank you. For 26 years, Deputy Chief Mulholland has been a constant presence in this department. he's worn the uniform with pride, answered the call with courage, and served this community with deep and unwavering commitment. His career is marked not only by his skill and professionalism, but his character, his leadership, and his dedication to those who served alongside him. The role of firefighter is never easy, and the responsibilities of deputy chief even less so. Yet, through every challenge, Deputy Chief Mulholland has been steady, thoughtful, and courageous, always putting his crew, his department, and his community first. He has mentored countless firefighters, shaped the next generation of leaders. He's guided this department through both routine days and extraordinary moments, ensuring that Danville citizens could always count on their fire department when they need it most. And perhaps most importantly, he's exemplified what it means to serve with courage and heart. Deputy Chief, your 26 years of service cannot be summed up by the number of calls you've answered or the hours you've worked. They're measured in the lives you've saved, the careers you've influenced, and the trust you've built within this community. As you retire, know that your legacy will continue through those you've led, taught, and inspired. On behalf of the City of Danville, the fire department, and the countless lives you've touched, we thank you for everything you've given. Congratulations on your retirement, Deputy Chief Mulholland. You have made more than earned the peace and joy of this next chapter, and we wish you nothing but the very best.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My family wasn't here, be here today. My boys are in a golf tournament, so I just want to thank them. For 26 years, I've missed countless birthdays, family gatherings, and 26 years of protecting this community. It's been a long time. It's going to be interesting on my next chapter. I'd like to thank the City Commission because in the last 5 years, you have put the fire department first. You have fixed our salaries. You've hired 9 full-time firefighters. When I started here, we only had 7. So you've hired more than a shift. You have purchased 2 fire trucks and built that beautiful station that everybody in the Commonwealth talks about. I go training to different fire departments, and they're all amazed at the fire department and what you guys have done for us. So I want to thank you guys for the support over the 26 years that I've been here. It goes by quick, guys. There's several guys that I started on that are here. I was the oldest fire department person in the fire department, 26 years. So anybody I started with at the beginning, they're not here. But some of the gentlemen there, Chris, Shane, Matt, Tyler, McBride, you guys can carry it on from here. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So, Deputy Chief, for more than 2.5 decades, you've worn the helmet as a symbol of duty, responsibility, and courage. That helmet has been with you through countless calls, through challenges both large and small, and through moments where calm leadership and quick decisions meant the difference between loss and safety. The helmet we present to you today is no longer a piece of gear for the next emergency. It is now a symbol of a career filled with courage, leadership, and service. It represents the respect of your peers, the gratitude of this community, and the countless lives you've impacted along the way. This helmet is more than leather and brass. It carries the stories of a 26-year career, the victories and the lessons, the long nights, the proud moments, and now it will serve as a reminder to the mark you've left on the department and this city. Deputy Chief Mulholland, on behalf of the Danville Fire Department and the citizens you've so faithfully served, it is my privilege to present you with this helmet. With our greatest gratitude, our respect, and admiration, congratulations on your retirement, and thank you for your 26 years of service.
They're gonna try to find it.
Okay, let's get a picture.
We want to get a picture.
Okay.
Mike, I just want to say thank you because being on the other side, I was here when you started, and you always did a great job for Danville, so I appreciate everything you did and all the time you gave to the citizens and all the love and the care you gave to everybody that was here.
And it never fails when we plan one of these things. There was a real call, so you lost a lot of your brothers, had to go out. But we also have a small token of appreciation for you from the city commission and city staff, but our city clerk is not with us today, so they're trying to break in her office to get your gift out, so. Let's go ahead and take a picture.
Everybody smile. 1, 2, 3. Say congratulations on 3. 1, 2, 3. Congratulations. That was good. All right. Thank you.
We broke in her office successfully. You got the key to the city, you got the key to the office.
Well, give me Miss Ian. Okay. Good deal. There we go. Big smile. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Thank you.
Whose is this? I'll start saying.
Come on, Miss Holly. Cheat on me, didn't you? Thank you again for your service, man. 26 years, wow. Next on our agenda is we're going to have a community agency update, and this time it's going to be from a gathering place. Mr. Garant, you want to do the presentation?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your attendance tonight.
No problem. If you
And
want a
thank you for
true,
all the work that you do in our community.
well, happy to do it. And if you want a true test of the bravery of Mike Mulholland, he used to babysit my brother and I when we were younger. So whatever he faced as a fireman could not have been worse than that.
Oh, that's great.
Thank you for the opportunity to be here this evening. As you well know, our mission at A Gathering Place is to promote independence for senior citizens and adults with special needs through social, recreational, nutritional, and wellness programs that enhance the quality of life. Excuse me, I've been a little under the weather, so you'll have to bear with me here. We are seeing an increase in the number of senior citizens nationwide. 1 in 4 Americans is the age 60 or over, with 12,000 more turning 60 every day. Of those folks, 29% have a disability, 24% live alone, and 1 in 2 of those 24% lack the income to pay for basic needs. 12% of those are veterans. 12 million older adults face financial challenges that impact their ability to age at home safely. In short, older Americans are living longer with less money. Our median income in Boyle County is $58,391. The average household expense, $85,905. That is a gap of $27,514, which is a challenge. And one of the ways that we help meet that gap is through the services that we provide both on-site and through the Meals on Wheels program. We're going to see more folks approaching the age of 60. 49.6% of the population in our county is age 40 or over. 37.9% is 50 or over, and 25.7% is 60 or over. Now, that means a couple of things. First of all, it means that we have a very large senior population. Second of all, we've got a group that is approaching that age. And lastly, we have the generation that is now approaching that age that is also taking care of aging parents. So that presents a unique set of challenges for folks that are in that situation. And that's one of the reasons that we are here. We are here to help be a stopgap measure for those folks that are in need of services and that need a place to gather, a place to find peers, a place to get solid nutrition, and a place to feel where they belong. In our county, 30.17% of our seniors live alone. 36% are in a 2 or more person household. And 13 million seniors nationwide are threatened by food insecurity. And our Meals on Wheels program is a major force in dealing with that. In the calendar year 2024, we provided 43,799 meals. I'm going to say that again, 43,799 meals. That's a tremendous number. 84% of those that receive Meals on Wheels feel more secure. 79% see improvement in their overall health. 81% have the opportunity to eat healthier foods. And 91% say the program helps them continue to live independently. 91%. 83% feel that they are able to care for themselves. Across Kentucky, if you compare the food insecurity rates in Kentucky to the rates nationwide, the nationwide rate is 28.4%. 28.4% of the population is food insecure. In Kentucky, it's 44.9%, nearly half. 9.9% of our population receive SNAP benefits. Less than, or 23% have less than one fruit, or I'm sorry, 23% have less than one vegetable, and 42% have less than one fruit per day. So as you can see, there's a huge issue with nutrition in our aging population. And that is something that we take quite seriously. And quite frankly, the ability to serve the number of meals that we have is directly impacted by the support of the City Commission. Without your all's assistance, we wouldn't be able to serve at the capacity at which we serve. In addition to our senior programming and Meals on Wheels, we also have an adult day healthcare program, and that is for adults with special needs ages 21 and up. So when folks are, when families have a child that does have special needs, they can receive services through the school system up through the age of 21. What do you do once they're 21? You still have to go to work. You still have to go to the doctor. You still have to do whatever it is that you need to do to pay the bills and make ends meet. We provide a place that is a safe, fun, happy, constructive, regimented atmosphere where our special needs adults can come and have fun. They can learn. We work with them on their activities of daily living. We help them with their mobility. We help them with their feeding. We help them with reality orientation. And it is, if you've never visited our adult day healthcare program, it is something that you should see. It is a place of absolute joy. And the best way that I can sum that up is, in the past, we have 2 employees that have passed in the past few years, both of which worked with us for 28 years. We had a presentation for those 2 folks at our open house. For those of you that were able to be there, we appreciate you being there. And I have another employee that just celebrated 32 years. You don't do a job for 28 to 32 years unless you love it, unless you're good at it, unless you're passionate about it. And that passion is contagious throughout the facility. We love our people. We treat them like we treat our own family. We love them like we love our own family. Sometimes we love them more than we love our own family. Depends on whose family you're talking about, I suppose. But it is an absolute honor to be able to serve in the capacity that we serve, and it is without a doubt a direct result of the involvement of the city commission. Without you all, we would not have the success that we do have. I know we've got a long agenda, so I wanted to try to keep it as brief as possible. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the open house, and the most fun area was the adult daycare in the
It's a
back.
trip back there.
And
They
the
are fun.
employees were the most enthusiastic.
Oh, yes, yeah.
So thank you for having that for the community, and it was nice to see everything that gets done, and thank you.
Happy to do it.
Yeah, I thank you for everything that you do down there too. I mean, it's a great place, and I'm going to go on a food delivery with you sometime. I keep saying that, I've just got to sign up because I want
It's
to
an
see
eye-opener.
out. Right.
It
But
truly is.
It's a great center, and the garden, is it going? Do people,
The garden didn't do so hot this year with the lack
weather.
of rain. So we do have a garden that's in partnership with the Boyle County Jail, and that is something that that they plow and maintain and pick and bring to our seniors, and that has been very successful in the past, but this just wasn't the year for it, unfortunately. Yeah. We are seeing a lot more use in our new gym facility. Activity there is picking up. And I do want to add just one quick thing. For some of those that we see on our home delivered meal routes, we may be the only face they see that day. And that's it. And it has happened on more than one occasion where we've found ourselves in a situation where we've had to contact first responders for a welfare check. And those welfare checks have resulted more than once in the saving of a life.
It's exciting what you do. And at your open house, I just had a flashback. One of your clients, one of my former students, I'll be very careful how I say this, she said, Mr. Atkins, isn't this place great? I said, yep. And she said, well, when are you going to join us?
You're not old enough yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, you tried to look away when you said 60. You tried to look away. I saw you. But it was a great time. And anytime I come to your place, I enjoy what I see from the volunteers, the workers, as well as the clients. They're really, she offered me a T-shirt, by the way, too. So
There you go.
She was really serious about me joining them, so I appreciate it.
and people can use the building also, right?
Yeah.
Yes, the building is available to the community.
get that out there.
We have
Yeah.
we have a couple of different spaces that are available. We have the community room is about, I can't remember if it's 2,200 or 2,400 square feet, but it is a large room, and we have 20 tables that seat 2 per side, and you can cram 2 on the ends if you need to. We have plenty of chairs. We have the room, the new room that was the patio that we've covered, that we're seeing a lot of activity in. Our Bridge Club really loves it. We have a new Mahjong tile group that is coming out there, and they really like that space as well. So it is open to the community. It's open to other agencies to use. It's open for birthday parties, anniversaries, family reunions, that sort of thing. We just ask for a donation of whatever the folks that are renting it think is appropriate.
Are they still dancing?
I'm not.
No, I said, are they still dancing?
Oh, yes, we still have the line dancers and, I'm sorry, the square dancers. And if you've never come out to the big Saturday night square dance once a month,
it's huge.
it is a whoop-de-doo, let me tell you.
A lot of fun. Thank you, sir.
All right, well, thank you all very much.
Next on our agenda is Heart and Lung Study Update by Stephanie Abraham. Oh, welcome, ma'am.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for this time. I'm here to provide a brief overview for those of you who don't know about the Rural Heart and Lung Study and an update. So this study is research funded by the National Heart, Lung, Blood Institute, and it's mainly the focus is to learn about subclinical cardiovascular and lung disorders in rural counties. So we are focused in 4 states, that's Alabama, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Kentucky, and we are covering 10 counties/parishes across these 4 states. And our goal is to recruit about 4,600 participants from these 4 states, and out of the 4,600, 1,600 comes from Kentucky. So in Kentucky, we're focused on in Perry, Breathitt, Boyle, and Garrett counties. So far, we have finished recruitment in Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi, and Perry and Breathitt counties. We just wrapped it up last Friday. We have about 740 participants from Perry and Breathitt who completed the baseline baseline exam. So what we do is we bring this 50-foot mobile unit into the county, and we park it there for 6 months. And we ask the participants to come to the mobile unit, get some free exams done. So which include CT, echo, lung function, blood tests. We give all the results back. Everything is free, and they get paid for their time. So, we're offering all these thousands of dollars of tests for free, and it can be life-changing for people. So right now, we are planning our move to Danville, and the mobile unit will be parked at Millennium Park. So a little bit of update about the construction, and Earl and Josh and Tommy has been very much involved in this, and we have a detailed update sent to your all's emails, but we are hoping to have all the constructions done by Wednesday and have the mobile unit move to Millennium Park and, park there by Wednesday and, start it's functioning by Friday. We have a soft opening starting next Monday, and we'll be seeing participants with like half the capacity, and we have a big open house planned for October 2nd, and it'll be from 4 to 7 p.m. So I would like to invite you all for that. We want to make it more than just open house where you can of course tour the mobile unit, meet our staff. It's a great opportunity to see what we do, ask questions. Also, we want to make it a community health event. So we're trying to make it to where, you can showcase local programs, and so we're inviting vendors as well. And we'll have food trucks, which will obviously attract more people. Yes. But that's my little spill, so if you have any questions.
Any questions, commissioners?
Have you already got the participants for Danville lined up pretty much?
So, yes, we are starting. So what we did, we recruit through 2 methods, mailed invitations and volunteers, because obviously, when people get mails, they might not respond. So our first wave of letters went out August 18th, or the week of August 18th, and we are still accepting volunteers. So what people can do is go to our website. It's the ruralstudy.org, and it'll take you to a volunteer form, and you can put in your information, and we are currently working through that volunteer list. So when it's your turn, you'll get a call from a 188 number, which is from University of Alabama. And then they'll call and schedule a time for you to come to the mobile unit to complete the exam. So we have about 170 volunteers so far from Boyle and Garrett, out of which 100 is from Boyle County. So yeah, they're hoping for a bigger turnout. Our goal or target number from Boyle and Garrett is about 855. So, and we have till April of next year to reach that target.
That's good. Any other comments? Have you met Melanie Crossfield?
I was going to say, put it on our website.
Is it on our website?
Yeah. Okay, yes, I did send out the invitations, yeah. And I will be sending reminders, and also, I can also send the recruitment flyer with our QR code and all the links. So,
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
thank you. Thank you so much for your time.
October the 2nd, 4 o'clock. Okay. Next on our agenda is the Danville Board County Development Corp. update. J.J. Harris.
Thank you for the opportunity to give you an update. I'm going to let Josh start off, then we're going to go to Harold, and then I'll follow up with an update. There's a packet in front of you that we'll reference throughout. So, here's Josh.
Thank you. I'm going to start by providing an update on some of the things we have going on for small business programming. These are all free of charge, so please help me spread the word. We just completed one of our first new programs, Finance Foundation's Budgeting for Growth, which was actually in partnership with CenterWorks and Center College Professor Brian Rogers. This was a 6-session event that through August. That was a workshop series, provided existing small businesses with advanced financial and managerial accounting tools for a total of 10 hours of content. And out of this and the needs that they saw going through these programs, they came up with 2 more programs that we will also be sponsoring and will be free of charge. First is the Fundamentals of Tax Preparation and Planning for Small Businesses, which it will be an 8-part series from October through November, 90-minute sessions to help business owners understand federal tax concepts and incorporate tax effects into their decision-making. The second is Understanding and Applying Overhead to Customer Jobs, which will be a half-day workshop on November 7th, which will be focused on predetermined overhead rates and job order costing. It'll include a Q&A discussion and real-world exercises that we will also be sponsoring. And we're working as well with the NKU Center for Innovation and Entrepreneurship, which will start in November, on November 7th. We've scheduled it to be hosted at BCTC. And this event is for people who are new to starting out a business or working through their plans. It will be a 5-week training course to help these individuals launch or scale their ventures. We are also going to be hosting another Doing Business in Danville event on October 21st, which partners with CenterWorks, SBDC, Chamber of Commerce, new businesses, existing small businesses, as well as local service providers and organizations to help people understand, what is out there in the community as resources. Also working with the SBDC on a small monthly business workshop series that's currently on hold until October 1st, but we're hoping to be getting back into the planning of that. That will also, that will provide free access to webinars and on-demand presentations and access to SBDC staff, as well as some new programs that are specific more for Boyle County. That we don't have a set date for that yet, but we'll be working through that as well. We're also going to be hosting some webinars at the DBCDC office, which will invite people to come together and share kind of in a relationship building, networking, and shared learning experience as well. And with that, I believe I'm passing it off to Harold for workforce development. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you. Well, we're a little over 2 weeks away from our regional job fair, and we'll have 50 employers. We've been, unfortunately, we could get more, but we don't have enough space. But we've got a great cross-section of companies, from manufacturing, social services, government. City will be there, county will be there, as well as some state government offices as well. We've got banking and apprenticeship. So we've got a good cross-section of employers that can certainly take advantage of as far as potentially hiring folks. What we've also done is we've invited the high schools to come. We always do that. I sent that out one day and I got 5 responses just like that. So I was very pleased with that, and a good number of students. What we do also to try to take advantage of that is the virtual reality, the career exploration in that. And that's been a very popular thing for the last 6 or 7 of these job fairs that we've done. I will go ahead and tell you that the next one will be in the spring, and we will promote that as well on the day of the job fair. So I'm very pleased with that and what's taking place. Back in the middle of August, we had a site visit with 3 of our manufacturing companies that are looking at expanding in that. We had a good day, a long day, but a good day as far as some of our folks from Frankfurt came from the Economic Development Cabinet, from the project managers, and also we had, as far as their public relations folks that came down for the visit. So that was a very, very positive day. One thing that we've been doing too with the Workforce Development Committee as well is a series of lunch and learns. And what we've been trying to do too is help with so many changes as far as on the personnel and human resources. So many different laws and regulations are coming in. So we're trying to have something that's going to be a benefit to HR, plant managers, and whoever would like to attend. But we did have the ADA and creating a recovery of friendly workplace. We had about 50, and that was also in coordination with the State Chamber of Commerce and that. I will tell you that we're going on ahead. We're looking at in November the 18th, as far as with the veterans, since November is a month as far as celebration of what our veterans have done for this country, is that we want to set up as far as a simulation of facing those difficulties our veterans are having as far as finding jobs or whatever that. So we want to help in that way. So we've been pretty busy, and like I said, we're looking forward to the job fair in the next couple of weeks and that. So I would tell you to come on out as well. So.
Free lunch?
Free lunch.
You
Get
didn't
there
say
early.
Well, I was saying that for the community to hear that free lunch is included.
Free lunch, thank you. Yeah, we've got,
Thank you.
WHIR will be there as far as hamburgers and hot dogs and that. So,
Get
thank
there
you.
before the high school kids get there, right?
Well, we'll have a little pizza for them as well, so, but anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So in the packet, thank you, Josh, thank you, Harold. In the packet, that your handout that you've got, so the small business workshops are the first 2 pages. Then if you flip through to the third, you'll see an economic snapshot. That's just for your reference information. And then we also have the Kentucky Commuting Patterns Report to show the workforce that's coming into our county, what we're sending out, and who stays here to work. And we also have the local unemployment rate statistics for Boyle County, but also the entire county. And we can make these available to the public in general upon request. Then a handout for the Fall Regional Job Fair. And then the final few pages are our project updates. So these are the projects that we're working on that have made inquiries. It could be housing, could be manufacturing, could be small business. But I'll go through and talk. I'll answer some questions if you have any on that a little bit later. But so we also represent the EDA and the Boyle County Industrial Foundation in the marketing and management of the property and their organizations. So the EDA is involved in the master planning process of what we call the Reading Tract, the 201 acres on the bypass. We also have the 78 acres Norfolk Southern purchase, and working with the city and Palmer Engineering, they're waiting for a bid for a access and culvert through the county. I think that's going to be bid later on this month. And then that looks promising for that property to be able to be marketed. Now, that will be a rail-served site, and that is specifically a rail-served site, so a rail user is the intended target for that. We did have one open records request for the EDA. That was fulfilled the same day. Thank you. That went to Leah. We provided the information to the inquirer and to the city. It was more about minutes and just budgeting and financial stuff. Switching over to the Boyle County Industrial Foundation, we continue to market the industrial park properties. We continue to work with the EDA and the BCIF on the John H. Stegall Road project. That bid announcement and letting is taking, the bid announcement came out today, and it's linimaging.com, where that can be found for contractors. We've also submitted that out for view to others that have made the inquiry. That bid opening date will be September 26th at 2 p.m., and that'll be at Constitution Square Conference Center. It's about, it's about 1,800 lineal feet of road and a box culvert. I don't have that with me right now. And conduit and lighting to be built for that site. That'll open up 89 acres for development in the industrial park. We're also marketing some other property that they have off Vauxdale. We're working with Kendall Wise from Advantage Engineering on quantities of fill and other dirt that may be needed for that land clearing. We're working on their draft and then of their review for their financials for annually. And then switching over to Danville Boyle County Development Corporation, we have received our audit draft that's been submitted to the board for review. We'll see that September 17th. We are preparing for an accredited economic development organization meeting on October 7th and 8th. Several of the community participants have been invited. We'll get that on the schedule, what that agenda looks like. And that's to evaluate our economic development organization and its interaction with the city, the county, municipal partners, industry, business and industry, and the community as a whole. We're working on a strategic plan meeting in November to do the deep dive into what DBCDC activities are. That still has to be scheduled. We're working with the Cody facility folks. We hope to have a buyer for that sometime this week, and that is an industrial leasing company. As far as we know, we've got everything in the hopper they need. It's just they've got to execute the agreement. Let's see. Still working with Junction City Matters and Main Street Perryville on community centers. Those are to be cited by local governments and not-for-profits to operate those. But we do have funding in the budget that came via the county toward that. Ultimately, it's finding an operator, and what that looks like is it could be a library, it could be a service center, it could be an after-school activity center, but it's not something we would manage. It would be something that we would help them get started with as far as not-for-profit management, resourcing. Again, we wouldn't run it. We're not trying to run their business, but to help guide them and set up a working opportunity for a community center. With that, I'll answer any questions. I know that was kind of long, but any questions that you might have.
Any questions from the commission?
Well, I appreciate the list of active projects because, without saying too much, we've always asked for that. And I really appreciate the presentation Mari puts out to communicate what happens at the Development Corporation meetings. It really keeps the whole community in the loop. It's very transparent. And so thank you to you guys and Mari for doing that.
So what you referenced, we call it behind the scenes. and
Yes,
that's
behind the
basically-
scenes.
That's basically just an update. Mari's daughter, Emma, had a brain cramp there. Emma puts that together for us, and we put that out on social media. So she handles our social media in that aspect and providing, it's hard. I did have an hour meeting with our Daniel McQuarrie, who's with the African Messenger, of how best to get our word out of what we're doing, our activities. And, less than running a full-page ad every time we have a meeting, it's just hard to get space. And it's competing with a lot of other great things that are going on in the community. And, economic development's real estate, and real estate's slow. A deal's not done until it's done, so you can do a year's worth of work, but it may not get a blurb. Unless it's a Chick-fil-A or a Texas Roadhouse, and then it's all over the front lines. But there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes that just can't be announced until it's announced.
Yes.
Thank you.
Other comments, questions?
We had a good phone call today. JJ and I was talking, and it dawned on me how far we, in the last really 24 months, so with working through the Industrial Foundation and the EDA, the foundation of the EDA, you've gotten greenfield industrial zone property on the bypass that you have access to now. We've got the Norfolk Southern Track that's opened up. That's a rail site that we didn't really have. It was an underperforming property, but we're moving that towards performing. And so then we've got the Pad Ready site in the Industrial Foundation, and thanks to the state's KPDI program, we're accessing that last greenfield site inside of the industrial park. So I think our portfolio of properties is really comprehensive right now. And I think that's moved forward from where it was at 2 years ago. And so we want to acknowledge that as a group, for sure.
And thank you, Earl. That's a good point. Without Senator May's leadership and help in getting some of that done, KPDI 1, KPDI, which was the Norfolk Southern site, and KPDI, what we call 3, their third round, for the $1 million to go into the Industrial Foundation through EDA for the Industrial Foundation Park out there, John Seagull Driveway. Without that monies, it would be hard to build and open up access to that other 90 acres because it's million. Infrastructure is expensive. Nobody wants to pay for it. That's the problem. So to find a developer to come in, and you have to use every resource, and that's why the city partnering with the EDA and the county to make the EDA and the Industrial Foundation and the KPDI program, Cabinet for Economic Development, that's run through there, that was a lot of work. And Josh Morgan knows very well what the engineering is, and so does Earl, what it takes to get projects funded and approved, and the time and bid, and it's tedious, laborious work, and I can't say enough for the engineers that make it possible. I'm not an engineer. I envy their smarts. I'm a salesman. That's what I do, sales and fundraise.
Well, it's interesting that you showed up with your report tonight, same night that Senator Bledsoe was going to be here, but you were already scheduled before we announced her visit, but that's great timing, though.
Yeah. We appreciate her very much. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. Okay. Next on our agenda is a banner request from the Kiwanis Club about a chili cook-off. So the chair will entertain a motion to approve the Kiwanis proposal for a banner to be displayed at City Hall announcing their annual chili cook-off.
I'll move to approve it.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions or comments? Hearing none, all those in favor of allowing the Kiwanis to put the banner out front, say aye.
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 Those opposed, motion carries. Thank you all. Next is the second reading of ordinance number 2025, 447 South 3rd Street zone change. Madam Clerk, you want to read that for us tonight?
I will act on behalf of our Madam Clerk. This is the second reading of ordinance number 2055, an ordinance changing the zone from two-family residential RM2 to central business CB for an approximately 0.0 969 acres, more or less, of real property located at 447 South 3rd Street in the city of Danville, Kentucky.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the second reading of ordinance 2055.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a second?
Second.
Wow, y'all working good together tonight, all right? Any comments or questions about it before we vote?
Just quickly, you know, this is the first step towards tackling the growing homelessness problem in our community through creative housing solutions, thanks to many community donors and volunteers, so thank you. And I think the Boyle County Homeless Coalition, is that the name of the group? Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Other comments or questions? Hearing none, Madam Clerk, roll call vote, please.
Commissioner Holland,
Yes.
Commissioner Peak,
Yes.
Mayor Atkins.
Yes, ma'am. Next item is Resolution 2025-09-0801. Oh, the Traveling Vietnam War Agreement. Ms. Crossfield. Yes, ma'am. This is exciting.
Hi, good evening.
Good.
So as we plan for the 250th anniversary events, Earl and a group has decided that we need to bring back the Military Appreciation Parade, and I couldn't agree more. So as part of that, we want to reserve the Traveling Vietnam Wall to sit in Wisiger Park for 2 days during the 4th of July celebration. So that would be July 3rd and July 4th. So we just have to submit this contract to reserve that for those dates.
Yes, ma'am. Got us excited. Is there a motion?
I move to approve resolution 2025-09-0801.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor of approving this resolution, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? My mistake. I didn't give you all a chance to have any comments or questions, did I? I was so excited about this one. Any questions or comments? All right, I'm sorry. I apologize. All right. I'll apologize in public. How about that? No, I'm just joking. Next item is Resolution 2025-09-0802, cemetery buyback.
I will also handle this for our clerk this evening. We have a request to buy back a cemetery plot from Leanne Whitaker. It is in goodness gracious, it's in the Bellevue Cemetery, grave sites 12 in Lot 1, Section W of the new edition.
Thank you, ma'am. Is there a motion for the city to buy back these two plots?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you all. Questions or comments? I said two. Is it two plots or just one?
It says one in the resolution. I'm going
One,
to
okay, just
defer
one,
to
okay.
the expertise of our attorney on that one,
All right.
who
Just
is
one.
not
All right.
present.
So it's just one. Other questions or comments? Hearing none. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carries. Thank you all. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Next on our agenda is the city manager report. And you all remember we're putting number 11 and number 7 together. Sound like somebody's been to Las Vegas, right? 7 and 11, right? So, this the city manager?
Thank you, Mayor Commissioners, for also being patient as we do have a high absenteeism tonight, which is, I would point that out, but that's just the timing of everything, I guess, more than anything. Important dates on our report are September 8th is the next meeting tonight. September 13th is the Constitution Square Festival this weekend. Remember, there's a 5K on the 14th. For the arts, for the benefit of the arts community, the 15th is Coffee with the Commissioner. I think Commissioner Holland is going to be doing that one. The next meeting is the 22nd, and then that week we'll have KLC out in Owensboro. And so keep those dates through the next meeting is the most important highlights that we saw on the calendar. The Early Childhood Learning Center, we know that Jenny Rogers is going to need to proceed. Josh, do you want to give an update, or just, we know that that RFP is in process? Go ahead.
Yeah, we've gotten several more letters of intent over the past few days, thanks to Tommy. Tommy's out hunting them down and talking to people, and we've got a few. We're going to put that committee together this week and start reviewing those letters, and hopefully have it shortlisted by next week.
Thank you. We'll go to the parks update, and I appreciate, Tommy and I talked a little bit about this, and we felt like, or I put the slides up, and so it's worked out that it's on the city manager report. If you have any questions, Tommy's welcome to take the microphone and address those directly. So what we identified over the course of time is 3 or 4 basic priorities that we were struggling with, what the highest best solution was. And by highest best, what is the most benefit we could get at the lowest cost and at the best location to serve the most people. And that was the indoor rec center idea, and we know we've talked about that during the budget process. Also, we also acknowledge that we have to deal with the swimming pool issue. We have 2 issues with the swimming pool. 1, reliability, and 2 is capacity. Most folks don't really understand, or it is not easy to immediately think about the capacity side on the swimming pool question. When you're talking about an outdoor pool, that is a problem with where the Bunny Davis Center is. It is limited in its space, and it is very difficult to increase the capacity of that pool at that location. Then we have a sundry of other things that had popped up. The parks, the master plan for the fairgrounds included a baseball field, included a multipurpose field. Of course, we're dealing with pickleball, and in this budget cycle, the county was able to take the lead on that subject, and also the skate park, which is both the city and county has money set aside for the skate park. In amongst those things, when the city acquired the fairgrounds property, we intended part of that as a community to serve for the 3rd location for the fire station, for the 3rd fire station for the community. And there's some ISO things, statistics that bore that area as being the highest best location for coverage for the fire department. So those are the big things that we're trying to resolve when we're talking about facilities. And then, so as we went through all of that process, really over the last year, and talking about different scenarios, we have met with you guys. We've done joint city-county meetings where we've talked about different things. We've broken out from that. We've looked at it with Tommy and staff and heard feedback from others, and then peeled out into smaller meetings with potential partners. So the regional Parks and Rec Master Plan indicated to look for financial partners. The obvious one of those is the hospital and some of the things they have as assets, including the McDowell Wellness Center, and understanding what their original plan was for that property, and understanding how much property they have that's underutilized at that location. So we want to consider that. And consider the other things that are necessary that were identified in the Parks Master Plan back in the day. So what we think is the drawings that are attached represent the lowest cost scenario to implement those things that are on the screen, and then also the highest likelihood to peel into our system financial partners down the road, right? Including a partnership on more of the joint city-county projects. It's easier for both parties to participate with both parties, we think, in the scenario that we've identified here. So, for example, one of the discussions, the county was agreed in their minds during the budget process, just take the lead in pickleball courts at White's Park.